People. Que pasa, suck, passe, what they do. Now the first thing that is popping in the news, people, it seems as if some of these popo don't understand themselves. Some of these popo don't understand the term abuse of power. Now I am speaking about an incident that occurred in Montego Bay. And it is an ongoing rift between a taxi driver that drives route taxi and the official popo / Jota driver. And this is where the conflict of interest comes in. There are some taxi drivers that them basically lurks by the airport, and whenever they see any sorts of tourist that wants a bargain on transportation, because the Jota rates are much higher than the average taxi. So basically them a box the food out of the hand or the plate of the Jota driver. It is a hustle, legal hustle. It might not be ethically right 100%, however. People are going to do or find ways to survive. However, it seems as if there is one specific police that works at the Montego Bay Sangsters International Airport that have some sorts of vindictive feelings against this cabman. Not saying that he don't have any sorts of problem with any other cabman. However, it seems as if he has taken an interest in this cabman for whatever reason. So people, I am going to let you watch an edited version of a confrontation between the taximan and this said popo / Jota driver. I am not going to show you the part in which him confront the taxi driver based on the taxi driver's account, box him up, and I guess the taximan retaliated and basically fling back a box. So therefore, if a man assault you, grab you up, drape you up, you should defend yourself, because there is no reason, whether you are the popo, whether you are in uniform, for you to drape up a big man, even a pitney, and do that to them, because I'm not for your pitney. So people, I am going to show you the edited version of the little conflict that they had, and at the end of the conflict. However, what you're not going to see is when the argument escalated and people started to shout and a point finger, and then the popo make all sorts of threats, saying I'll do him this and do him that. And then there was a big man in a thing blue and orange. He is a what you call it, a lifeguard, or he works at some other tourist attraction. So basically he intervened and stopped the whole thing, and then it went from there. So people, take a listen, take a look at the edited version, and then I'll give my piece.
Assault me. Come out to your vehicle. Yeah. Police are drive the car here, the Jota vehicle. Just come out and vehicle come assault me a while ago. See? Come out and chop me and pulling gun. See me work up at airport. Police station. Yeah. Just gonna chop me a while ago. Pulling gun for me. See it there? Me I got to Indicom with this boy. You run a tour vehicle, you're supposed to drive that. Now what you said, you back your gun for me and you can chop me a while ago. Me I report you. Yeah, remember you assault me a while ago. See me car there? I pull up here, sir. Out of sea guards, and him a drive a bus there. Him a drive a Jota bus here. Backing gun for me and tell me say I me for dead.
Now people, like me always said, things can be taken out of context when you don't see the full video. Who was the instigator? However, people, I am going to explain. Basically, him come out time Jota bus, van, whatever you want to call it, confront the man, drape at the man, box the man, shot the man a box. The man come out, defend himself. Then you saw the man in the blue top and the orange reddish shorts basically part it, diffuse the whole situation, lift up the popo, carry him to the back of his vehicle, and then it kind of calmed down from there. However, people, this has been an ongoing thing based on the accounts of the taximan. Now remember, there's always 2 sides, 3 sides to every story. The cabman, police / Jota driver, and the truth. However, here is the history between these 2 people. Based on what the cabman said, he explained that, listen, we are hustling. We're trying to make a honest bread for our family. However, it seems as if the Jota people feel as if we are box food out of them plate, out of them hand. So therefore, them carry vindictive feelings. Now people, here is where the conflict of interest lies. This popo works at the airport. This popo is supposed to be making sure that everything is run smoothly. So therefore, if the cabman is doing stuff that conflicts with his taxi license, his road taxi license, he is wrong. However, people, based on how Jamaica is running, people are going to do whatever it takes to survive. People want to eat our food. And as long as you're not sticking up anybody, taking away anybody, scamming anybody, scheming, thieving from anybody, everything is everything as far as I am concerned. It is all about survival, especially in a third world nation. So therefore, based on how Jamaica is, I think the popo should use their energy on the people that are really causing the crime, creating all sorts of chaos and catastrophe in Jamaica. As it pertains to this man, he has a personal vendetta against this man. Based on what the cabman said, he was arrested before because of something that this popo did. Them arrest the taximan and claims that he was supplying cocoa less than a gram to some tourists. Them lock him up. When he went to jail, this taximan switch up him name, change up him name in the system. So therefore, if you did not know that the name was changed, you could not go to bail him. He was offered bail, and when the people came to bail him, them couldn't find him right name. So therefore, the popo, this same popo, switch up the man name. So therefore, it just shows you that this popo is corrupt. Next thing, like me say, if you are working the beat at the airport, you're a popo, you're supposed to make sure, say, alright, everything is run efficiently. The Jota man them, the taxi man them. However, when you know as the popo start to be a Jota man and then I carry feelings against the other taxi man them, that is a conflict of interest. I am not even sure that this man being a popo is supposed to be running any sorts of Jota van. Me don't know the specifics about that. However, there's a conflict of interest. The next thing, you lock up the man and you claim that the man has supply the tourists them with cocoa. However, people, the case went to court. The case was thrown out because of lack of evidence. So therefore, based on the laws of your country, a man is innocent until proven guilty. Case short. So therefore, whether he was or he was not, it does not matter. He was found not guilty. Here is the thing. Me being somebody that has lived, come Jamaica sometime, take Jota before long time. Me know say if you want anything, I mean you as a Jamaican living in Jamaica know the ropes. You can find if you want some weed. I am sure that the tourists are going to come, and trust me, they didn't just come to Jamaica for the Blue Sea, the music. Them hear about the good Bob Marley also. Not the music, they also heard about that, but you know exactly what I am speaking about. So therefore, isn't it kind of ironic that the other Jota people might do this or supply them with weed or whatever they choose or want? However, you have a problem. You frame this man, you set up this man, the case got to court, and you're still carrying vindictive feelings. Now people, I have had experiences with these popo at Sangsas International Airport mostly. Never in Kingston because of the setup. Because Mobile Airport more congested, a little place, so therefore it seems as if they're always rushing people to come in and out without any sorts of traffic congestion, and I understand that. However, they are the most irrational, hard to reason with popo, because you might be driving your vehicle, you stop behind a vehicle and a next vehicle behind you, and you're parked on the driveway or walkway for the pedestrians. The popo come, don't know the circumstances, him want body up for driver's license, registration, want give you a ticket. And even when you try to explain that, listen, me can't move, somebody behind me, somebody in front of me, how you want me to move? Them start raise them voice and want body up. So people, me just show you my experience on more than one occasion with these popo. They are very ignorant and dark. Now people, the next thing is that if you're doing your job, you're not supposed to take anything personal. You're not supposed to be biased. However, what we see is that a lot of these popo that work at these places, them have them cab friend. It is okay for their cab friends to come and box the food out of the Jota man them hand or plate. However, you have a problem with one specific person, because you now are a Jota driver. So people, me just show you the conflict of interest. The whole Jamaica is corrupt, including the airport, Sangsa International Airport, because it is all a hustle. The popo that are there, and people, this is facts, they are working in conjunction with the people where clamp the people vehicle. So therefore, if you go and you park somewhere illegally, if I even for a couple of minutes, a couple of seconds, them clamp your vehicle, meaning that they put a clamp on your wheels or tire. And then you have to call the popo. When the popo come, them come and them unclamp your vehicle. You pay them X amount of grand. And then people, guess what? This does not go to the government of Jamaica or the tax office of Jamaica. This money is split between the man that clamped the vehicle and the popo. So therefore, corruption, corruption, corruption. So therefore, how is it that you as an officer want to have a problem with a man and have personal vindictive feeling against somebody because they are doing what you are doing, what your friends are doing? This is not an isolated incident. Everybody and their mother knows that people are hustle. Cabman, Jota man, everybody wants to make a food. So therefore, how you have a problem with a man trying to hustle for feed him family when he's not a criminal? He is not sticking up anybody. He is not harming anybody. Him just a do what you a do and the Jota man a do. And as a matter of fact, you playing taxi man or Jota man and popo, that is a big conflict of interest right there. So therefore, thief don't like to see thief with long bag, because all of you do the same thing, including you, Mr. Popo. Now people, the next thing is that the man box up the man threaten say, if him live, the cab man for see this today, him live long. That is not something that you're supposed to do. This is not a banana republic. This is not a dictatorship country, Jamaica, the last time that I checked. Some of you guys, meaning some of you popo, act as if it is, but it is not. Because you know why? The whole system is flawed. The whole system is corrupt. These people are able to act with impunity without any sorts of repercussion. That means whenever them threaten the average civilian or even a taximan, they are not reprimanded by their boss, because more than likely some of the boss them are the same thing. Some of the boss them just as corrupt. Some of the boss them have Jota van around also. And people, that is where the conflict of interest lies. So people, the moral of the story is this. This youth gave me some voice notes. However, he was taking forever to explain himself. So therefore, I have summarized what he is saying. The youth say, alright, you threaten my life. I am going to go to Indicom. And people, this is a letter with the docket number that he got from Indicom, if you look at your screen. This is a picture when he visited Indicom, so therefore he is taking this very seriously. And people, we have seen cases in which people talk up against the Popo, and guess what? Them lose them life. Not just one case, not just two cases. So therefore, I am letting you know, Mr. Officer, bully officer, bad boy officer, road cop officer, that listen, if anything happens to this youth, this man, remember, the case continues. And remember, this is not no ordinary blogger. When we talk, people, listen, you're superiors. So therefore, come to some sort of amicable agreement with this man. Your superior need to talk to you and make you know yourself. Because you are smelling yourself. You are getting carried away. You are getting out of the characteristics of what a Popo is supposed to do. So therefore, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Popo, point blank, and period. So anyways, people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that. And like me say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up.